Life often feels like a journey where unexpected mountains rise in our path. These mountains can be heavy, overwhelming, and sometimes they seem impossible to overcome. But what if the mountain isn't the problem? What if the lesson lies in how we face it? This isn't just about struggle. It's about finding the strength to climb when the path feels too steep. Too often we look for quick fixes or wish for the obstacles to disappear. But deep down, there's a calling to something greater, something more profound. There's a message in the climb, a purpose in the challenge. If you've ever felt stuck, defeated, or unsure of how to move forward, stay with me. What you're about to hear might just shift how you see your journey. Mountains in life come in many forms. They can be the struggles that test our patience, the fears that hold us back, or the pain that seems too heavy to carry. For some, it's the challenge of dealing with loss or heartbreak. For others, it's the daily fight to stay strong when the weight of responsibility feels overwhelming. These mountains are not just obstacles. They are moments that define us, shaping our character and our faith. It's easy to feel alone when facing these challenges, as if no one truly understands how steep your climb feels. But here's the truth. Everyone has their own mountain, and no one's path is easy. The struggles we face may look different, but the experience of struggle is universal. It's part of what connects us as human beings. What makes these moments so powerful is that they carry hidden opportunities, chances to grow, to learn, and to discover strength you didn't know you had. Sometimes, these challenges feel unfair, as if they're placed in our lives without reason. But think about this. Could it be that the mountain is there not to stop you, but to push you? Maybe it's there to show you how far you can go, how deeply you can trust, and how much you can overcome. Every step you take, no matter how small, is proof of the courage inside you. It's a reminder that the mountain isn't there to defeat you. It's there to refine you. So when you see the mountain before you, don't let it make you feel small. Let it remind you of the incredible strength waiting to be uncovered within you. Your climb has purpose, and every moment spent moving forward matters. Sometimes we pray for the mountain to disappear, to be taken out of our way so we can move forward easily. But life doesn't always work like that. Some mountains remain, no matter how much we wish them away. It's not because you're forgotten or ignored. It's because there is something within you that can only grow through the climb. Challenges are not punishments. They are opportunities. They push us to dig deeper, to rely on strength beyond our own, and to trust in a plane bigger than what we can see. Imagine for a moment if every challenge in life was instantly removed. Would you ever know the depth of your resilience? Would you learn patience, courage, or perseverance? The truth is, the struggles we face shape us. They teach us lessons we couldn't learn any other way. When the mountain doesn't move, it's not because there's not hurt. It's because there's something on the other side of that climb that you need to experience. Something that will prepare you for what's ahead. Sometimes, the mountain isn't just about you. Your journey could be the example someone else needs. Your perseverance might inspire someone else to keep going. When you keep climbing, even when it's hard, you show others what it means to trust and keep faith. So, don't see the mountain as the end of the road. See it as the beginning of something greater. It's not about why the mountain is there. It's about what you'll discover through the climb. Strength, wisdom, and purpose often come disguised as challenges, and even if the mountain isn't moved, you can still rise above it by finding the strength to keep moving forward. Every step you take is proof that you are capable of more than you imagine. When the mountain doesn't move, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. You might wonder how you'll ever climb it, how you'll find the strength to take even the first step. But here's the reassuring truth. You're not climbing alone. There's a source of strength that never runs dry, a power that lifts you when your own energy feels like it's fading. It's the strength that comes from trusting in God's promise to help you through, no matter how steep the path may seem. God, This strength doesn't always come in dramatic ways. Sometimes it shows up as a quiet resolve to keep going, even when you're tired. Sometimes it's the encouragement of a friend, the wisdom found in a quiet moment, or the unexpected calm in the middle of chaos. These moments are not coincidences. They are reminders that you're supported, even in your hardest times. We know strength isn't about pretending everything is easy or ignoring the weight of your struggle. It's about choosing to take one more step, even when the way forward isn't clear. It's about leaning on the one who knows every part of your journey, trusting that he will provide exactly what you need at the right time. Strength doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it feels like simply showing up and refusing to give up. The beauty of God's strength is that it meets you where you are. It doesn't demand perfection or extraordinary effort. It just asks you to trust, to let go of the need to do it all on your own. When you rely on that strength, you'll find yourself capable of climbing mountains you once thought were impossible. The climb might not be easy, but with God's strength, it's always possible. When life feels like a steep climb, prayer becomes your anchor. It's not just about asking for the mountain to move or the challenge to disappear. Prayer is a conversation, a connection to the one who understands your struggles better than anyone else. It's in prayer that you find clarity, strength, and peace, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Prayer doesn't have to be complicated or perfect. It's not about the right words or a specific formula. It's about being honest, sharing your fears, your hopes, and your needs. When you open your heart in prayer, you invite God into your situation, and that simple act can transform the way you see your challenges. Suddenly, the mountain doesn't look as overwhelming, because you know you're not climbing it alone. Through prayer, you can find a sense of calm that doesn't come from the outside world. Even when the situation hasn't changed, prayer can change how you feel about it. It reminds you that there is a plan, even if you don't fully understand it yet. It helps you release the burden of trying to figure everything out on your own. Prayer is also a source of direction. Sometimes, when you feel stuck, it's not because the mountain is too big. It's because you need guidance on the next step. Prayer can help you focus, showing you where to place your energy and how to move forward, one step at a time. So no matter how heavy your heart feels, or how impossible the climb seems, take a moment to pray. In that stillness, you'll find the strength, the courage, and the reassurance that the journey you're on has a purpose, and you are never climbing alone. John Knoll. Fear is often the first thing we feel when we stand before a mountain. It whispers doubts, magnifies challenges, and makes the climb seem impossible. But fear doesn't have to control your journey. Faith is the antidote to fear, and when you choose faith, you begin to see the mountain differently, not as something to be afraid of, but as an opportunity to grow stronger and closer to your purpose. Faith doesn't mean ignoring the reality of the mountain. It doesn't mean pretending the climb isn't steep or that the obstacles aren't real. Instead, faith is about trusting that there's a way forward, even when you can't see the top yet. It's believing that you are not climbing alone, and that each step has meaning, even when it feels small. Faith shifts your focus from the size of the mountain to the strength of the one guiding you through it. Fear makes you want to stop, but faith reminds you to keep moving. Faith tells you that you're not enough, but faith says that you're more than capable with God's help. It's a choice, a moment-by-moment decision to trust in something greater than your circumstances. And the amazing thing about faith is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Even the small amount of faith can bring the courage you need to take the next step. When you choose faith over fear, you give yourself the freedom to grow. You allow yourself to climb with hope instead of hesitation. The mountain may not get smaller, but your strength and confidence will grow with every step. Fear wants to hold you back, but faith will carry you forward, showing you that the climb is worth it and that the journey itself is a victory. As Yamsid Aglai, every mountain you face has a purpose, even if it's hard to see at first. The climb isn't just about reaching the top. It's about what you learn and who you become along the way. Challenges force you to grow in ways comfort never could. They teach you patience when the journey feels long, resilience when the path is rough, and gratitude when you reach milestones you once thought were impossible. The climb may feel frustrating or even unfair at times, but what if it's preparing you for something greater? Each step you take is building strength, not just physical strength, but emotional and spiritual resilience. These moments of struggle refine your character, helping you discover a version of yourself that you might not have known existed. The climb shapes you, giving you tools and wisdom that will serve you in other areas of life. Climbing with purpose means embracing the process, not just focusing on the destination. The journey itself holds lessons that can transform you. It's in the climb that you learn to trust, to persevere, and to lean on the strength that comes from beyond yourself. You realize that the obstacles are not there to stop you, but to prepare you for what's ahead. When you climb with purpose, even the small steps matter. Each moment of effort, every decision to keep going, adds to your growth. The mountain may be steep, but the view from the top will remind you why it was worth it. And more than that, the journey will remind you of the incredible strength and courage you found along the way. So, climb with purpose, knowing that every step has meaning and that the process is just as important as the goal. No one climbs a mountain alone, and the same is true for the challenges we face in life. Even when the path feels lonely, support is often closer than we realize. God provides help in many forms, through people, through moments of encouragement, and through the quiet assurance that we are never truly by ourselves. The climb may be yours to take, but the strength to keep going often comes from the support around you. Sometimes, support shows up as the wisdom of a friend or a family member who listens when you need to share your burdens. Other times, it's found in unexpected places, an inspiring word from a stranger, a book that speaks to your heart, or a community that lifts you when your strength feels low. These moments are not accidents. They are reminders that God places the right people and tools in our lives to help us when we need it most. Even when human support feels distant, there is always the steady guidance found in Scripture, prayer, and reflection. These spiritual tools act like a compass, pointing you back to the truth when doubts creep in. They remind you of the promises that keep you anchored, even when the climb feels uncertain. Support isn't just about receiving, it's also about giving. Sometimes, helping others climb their mountains can strengthen you in ways you didn't expect. Offering encouragement, sharing your story, or simply being present for someone else can create a connection that inspires both of you to keep moving forward. The journey may be personal, but it's never meant to be solitary. When you open your heart to both giving and receiving support, you'll find that the climb becomes a little less daunting and the path ahead a little clearer. You're never climbing alone. In the climb of life, it's easy to focus only on the peak, the ultimate goal, but every step you take matters, and each one is worth celebrating. Progress, no matter how small, is a sign of strength and determination. It's proof that you are moving forward, even if the top of the mountain still feels far away. Taking the time to recognize how far you've come can give you the encouragement you need to keep climbing. Sometimes, we're so focused on what's left to achieve that we forget to appreciate the victories along the way. Did you take a step when you didn't think you could? Did you face a fear or overcome a moment of doubt? Those moments are worth acknowledging because they show your growth. Progress isn't always measured in big leaps. It's often found in the quiet persistence of showing up every day, choosing to keep going even when it's hard. Gratitude plays a big role in celebrating progress. When you pause to thank God for the strength He's given you, for the lessons you've learned, and for the support you've received, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's been gained. Gratitude fuels perseverance. It reminds you of the blessings that have carried you this far and renews your energy to keep moving forward. Celebrating progress doesn't mean the climb is over. It means recognizing that every step is part of the journey. These moments of reflection build confidence and remind you that you're capable of more than you thought. So, take a moment to look back, appreciate the steps you've taken, and thank God for the strength that has brought you this far. You're not just climbing a mountain, you're becoming stronger with every step. As you climb life's mountains, there's one truth that can guide you through every step. Trust in God's plan. The journey may not look how you imagined it. The climb may be steeper, the path harder, and the challenges greater than you thought. But even in the midst of uncertainty, you can trust that every step has a purpose and that you were never climbing alone. Footnote: the French philosopher suicide thought as the ultimate suffering. God's plan isn't always revealed to us all at once, and that can be difficult. It's natural to want answers, to see the whole picture, to understand why the mountain is there in the first place. But trusting God means believing that He sees what we cannot. He knows the purpose of the climb and the strength it will build in you. He knows what's waiting on the other side and why the journey is necessary. Back to the first meeting with Peter Leosin. Trusting God's plan doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or pretending the climb is easy. It means acknowledging the difficulty while holding on to the belief that every struggle is part of something greater. It means letting go of the need to control everything and allowing yourself to be led, step by step, with faith and courage. Free from courage, we move slowly and with confidence, taking the next step. Even when the path is unclear, God's presence is constant. The mountain may not move, but His strength is there to help you climb it. The delays, detours, and difficulties all have meaning in His timing. Trusting the process allows you to find peace in the journey, knowing that God's plan is always for your good. Bauer continued. So, as you take the next step, and the ones after that, trust that you're not climbing in vain. The mountain is shaping you. The journey is teaching you, and God is guiding you. Trust His plan, and you will find the strength to keep climbing.